Hey YouTube, happy Halloween. Irishman the Duelist here, coming to you with a new segment I would like to call Zombie Lore. Alright, now, I don't know if you've ever seen this card, but it's called Shutendoji. Now, Shutendoji was actually based off of a Japanese legend of one of the three great evil yokais. He was a Oni, which is basically a demon or back from the dead. There's multiple different origin stories for him, such as he was a Buddhist who drank sake, which is forbidden by Buddhism, and ended up dressing up as an Oni for Halloween and to scare people, and couldn't take off the costume after that, and so he went into the mountains and started off his life as an Oni. As well as there's one that says that a priest's apprentice and used to feed kill people and feed their flesh or their meat to all the priests, and the priests followed him and killed him, and he came back as an Oni. And there's a couple more other ones, but basically the story goes that Shutendoji was a man and ended up each version has him living a horrible life of killing people and eating them. And so he came back as one of the three great demons, considered one of the most powerful demons in all of Japan. And he comes back and has a love for sake. Like all the stories all consider that he loves sake, and he would eat the flesh of people. And so when he came back as an Oni, he still had the thirst for sake, which, if you look on this picture, he's got a sake bottle right there. The Japanese version actually has the symbol, the word symbol for sake on there. And it's a real cool story because there's various mountains that he's rumored to have lived in as an Oni. And he would kidnap the daughters of wealthy families and noble families and cut them with swords and drink their blood, mix it with his sake, and eat their flesh. And so a guy by the name of Yotamasuro, I believe is what it was tasked by the four king guardians to slay the Oni Shutendoji. And so what they did was he went and brought him a gift of a girl from a noble family, and brought him sake and stuff like that. And so as the night went on, Shutendoji became drunk and ate the girl and became drunk on the sake. And so the guy switched out his sake for a divine Oni poison sake that whenever Shutendoji ended up drinking it, he became paralyzed, and they cut off his head. And they brought his head back to their hometown or whatever. But the entire time they were carrying it, he was the head still tried to bite them and everything and eat them. And so they ended up burying the head outside of their city because the rules said that they couldn't bring in anything that was unclean or unnatural. And so they ended up slaying the Oni like that. And from that point onward, he was kind of unheard of after that, because without the Shutendoji's head, he couldn't, his body couldn't function after that. And so that's my story. Thanks for watching. Have a happy Halloween.